Hi guys, welcome to Paddock Show episode 5. My name's Haris.
And I'm Kumar. Welcome back, guys. What a weekend!
Yeah, what a weekend.
And what a privilege that we have gotten basically from Pocket GP and PAM to
Yeah, I
cover
know.
their training session.
Kumar, I think it was an eye-opener, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really I mean, how does the groundwork will lead to success? And basically, Pocket GP is one of the examples, and the initiative by PM Ayub have done a good job. Basically, going from scratch, building talents from the scratch to showcase the parents and the community that you don't only have football, you don't only have other badminton, you also have motorsport that you can nurture your kids interest into racing. So what have we learned from PM and
Actually, the one thing that I learned from Pocket GP is they are actually being supported by Sepang International Circuit. And the track that they hosted the training yesterday was actually free of charge.
Free of charge, yeah.
And PAM provides everything from knee pads, elbow pads,
safety
to
devices,
helmets, race
suits,
and also the bike itself.
Yeah, there were 6 bikes.
Yeah, 6 bikes
prepared by PAM Pocket GP to give the feel for the young riders from the age 4 to 12, if I'm not wrong, 4 to 12 to try out if they are able to cope with this kind of motorsport or not. So how was the program basically worked?
Now the program actually started from 9 to about 12 for the morning session, and then they have an evening session that started at 2:30.
Okay, first thing first, of course, you have to register yourself. So if you don't feel hesitate, approach us or Pocket GP or PAM. We will share you the pages in our episode to get more info on how your kids can try out this particular test session in future series of training sessions. Right? And again, like you mentioned, it's free. You just have to come by, and rest of the daily routine will be handled by PM.
And actually, for your information, Pocket Bike has actually developed a lot of talents for Malaysia.
Yes. First thing first is Kabil. Again, if you guys don't know, he's our FIM Mini GP World Champion, which was held in Valencia last year. So you guys should know that we have talent in store in Malaysia, and if we don't develop this from the ground root, we will not be able to see talent like Kabil and Irene. Right?
They actually went to Valencia and they competed against the best of the best.
Yes, you're right. And out of them, 20 riders?
Yeah, 20 riders. And they did 3 race sessions, and 1 race session was about 90 laps.
So, in view of the preparation, we have interviewed some parents, we have gone through with the officials from the PAM, what they do throughout the day. It's nothing complicated because it's still a groundwork. So don't feel hesitate. Again, as I said, come on and try it out.
And I think the best part is you have an excellent coach, Hakim Danish's father.
Yes, correct.
And you also have the best environment, the best equipment, and the best setup also.
Yeah, he was called Pak Lee, right?
Yeah, Pak Lee.
Yes. Yeah, and he was very dedicated. He was showing them step by steps on how to have a grip on the handlebars, their footing.
He actually rode with them.
He rode with them, yes, correct, throughout the session. So again, it's a very complete training session for beginners.
Yeah.
Who wish to try it out. Right?
So Ayub and the team and PAM and Pocket GP as a whole, we were delighted. Thank you very much for inviting us to cover you guys.
We had
if you guys want to watch our coverage, it will be in episode 4, which is our previous episode.
Right, correct.
Okay, so moving on, I think we are days away from Bahrain GP.
No, we actually totally forgot about Formula 1 for a while. Like within a day or two, we just kind of lost track of it.
But this is what Paddock Show is all about. It's not just F1. It's also other racing series.
You're right. You're right. We're gonna cover most of the local series, overseas, and of course F1 is the pinnacle of that. So what have we learned from the overall test day?
From Bahrain test, actually, the 3 insights that I gathered was actually that Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull are very close.
All right, okay, but my point of view, and also from the data that has been uh, shown in F1, I mean the channels, Red Bull is still hiding. They are not showing the true pace of their power. They're using low power mode. Mercedes basically is that their race long run pace is actually 5,000 or 1/10 of a second faster than Ferrari during the long run pace. So it's still a mix up. We don't know the actual pecking order, but soon enough we will get to know next week.
And the beauty is a lot of the secrets will be revealed during the Bahrain GP.
So I would like to emphasize, go through team by team what they have done so
Sure.
far. So you're gonna start with Red Bull first.
Okay.
So what Red Bull have done is they were trying new stuff with their car, and also more to long run studies of how the current car is performing based on long run pace. And if you notice, they had some brake issues, right, with
Brake
Perez on the
issues.
second day,
Yep.
whereby they had some time taken out for their timing. But again, they were just cruising, taking their own sweet time, checking things, not showing too much.
They did, I think, a
come from
total
Red
of
Bull.
100 overlaps,
Yeah,
right?
based on GPS, they were saying that they were not in full power. Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
How about Mercedes?
Mercedes, yes, they have improved a lot in every areas.
Hmm.
Man, I tell you, from suspension, from aero, from overall package, how fast they are being able to do the long runs. The interesting thing about Mercedes is also their suspension, the front suspension. They can adjust their geometry accordingly,
Wow.
right? And they have
That's
this piece.
electronic?
No, it's not electronic. It's manual, but they
Manual.
have to assemble and disassemble.
Ah.
So they can adjust it as they like. But of course, during the race, they have to decide what they're going to use. But during this testing, they were trying to find out which is the best option for them. So that is very clever as well, right?
Interesting.
Ah,
How about Maranello?
Maranello. Again, their pace on the soft compound is awesome. Race pace as well. From what we have got to know from the Ferrari technical director, that he shared that they had no issues of the tire degradation anymore. So this is very nervous for Ferrari fans to know that they are actually closed the gap. They have closed the gap to Red Bull actually from the previous years pre-season test.
Good.
So
That's good news for the Tifosis.
Definitely, and I really wish that it will be a very very close first opening round of the Bahrain GP, so that we don't want to give easy run for Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean, because from what I gathered from all the media social news, Alonso said that he's actually very worried because most of the cars are like
all other 19 drivers.
Yes, all the 19 drivers are actually about 1 second behind Red Bull. Even Charles Leclerc did this, made the same statement.
Touching into that point, some teams say it's half a second, some teams say it's 1 second. So we actually don't know what kind of system they use
still a very, very big
to determine this kind of prediction. It's quite, how advanced in technology Formula One is. From one team to another team, they can study their data. What are they doing? What are their run programs? So again, it's very complex.
Yeah.
It's very complex.
So we still need to wait till the
actual race.
Green light goes off in Bahrain, which is a couple of days away.
But Harris, I was thinking, why don't just scrap the pre-season test and go on with the racing? That would be good. Actually, people have some problems.
it will put away the anxiousness, the curiosity,
just go ahead,
the blanket of hiding all your secrets during the test.
Full gas.
Yeah.
No need to test.
Go straight to the season.
Of course, they should have a time allowance of testing the car in their factories and stuff like that. The engine,
but you see, the thing is with that, I pity the small teams. Small teams don't have private racetracks.
But that small teams, if they make a jump, the big teams will have a problem.
Yeah. True.
That's my take.
True.
Yeah.
Kuma's got a point.
Yeah.
Kuma's got a
So
point.
moving to McLaren. McLaren, they didn't have an easy run. They had some fuel pump issue during the second day or third day, if I'm not wrong. So it wasn't an easy run for them to basically show that they are able to fight with the top three. Again, I would place them for now. I would place Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes,
McLaren.
McLaren.
Yeah.
Aston, they had a quiet preseason test.
I think
They were-
Aston can spring a surprise given the right circumstances.
They're not showing a lot.
Yeah, they're not showing a lot.
Like what you said.
Because there's not much development on their side.
There is, but not much. I mean,
not
you
much
are
development,
not
yeah.
much. But again, Aston, they are not showing so much of pace. They were racking up laps, and both drivers were happy and not happy. I would say, with the program that they have run. Okay, the team to watch for me would be Visa Cash App.
Visa Cash App.
Visa Cash App will be the team
former
to watch.
AlphaTauri.
They were quietly going along with their test run programs, racking up some data.
How's Danny doing?
Danny was happy. He said he want to reach Q3 in Bahrain. So let's see whether he's able to achieve that. So if he's able to achieve the Q3, I mean, something that AlphaTauri had a rare moment last year.
You can imagine if Danny actually wins the race, what would happen to his race boots?
Oh my God! You're gonna have to bring that, Harris. I'll perform that for you. Oh, you perform
Pour
that.
the champagne in the race boot and you drink it.
Drink it. Maybe put some 100 plus inside and you drink it.
Yeah, we should, huh?
We should.
Danny boy.
Now we want to see him do well. I mean, he had a rough time from Renault to McLaren to now Red Bull family again. Choices were wrong. I would say similar to Alonso, his choices of team were wrong.
I think for Danny during his career, is actually going to the right team at the right time was not a given for him.
Correct. I would say that he was nervous with Honda joining Red Bull.
Yeah.
And also Max performing super different level.
Yes. I mean the car was more in tune to Max rather than Danny.
Yep.
At that time.
At the time. And maybe we will see the new car how would it adapt, because Perez also said that he feels comfortable. So
how about the other teams as a summary?
We go on next will be Alpine. Alpine also had some issues. They are not on par with the pace. So we still have to see during the race.
Anything from Ocon?
Ocon, he said that the degradation is there still for them over the one run lap that they've made. They still have performance to unlock. Again, the 3 days of testing is not enough. This is why I was saying the 3-day of test session is not enough for them to find out what actually the problem is.
If I remember correctly, back then in year 2000s, right, they were able to clock like 3,000 kilometers or something.
Correct. Around there. And also Pierre Gasly was mentioning that they are not in par in terms of the pace, and they have to also they have tested two different noses.
Two different noses.
Wow. Again during the test, but the pace was not there.
Have they decided which nose to use?
No, I'm not sure. Maybe that will be determined in FP1, FP2.
Awesome.
FP1, FP2.
How about Stake?
Stake. Again, Stake was also doing quite a number of laps, which collecting data, running to their program, and nothing much shown. Again, I'm telling you, they are all sandbagging.
Yeah.
For now,
most of the teams during Bahrain test will be sandbagging.
Sandbagging. So we will see what happens next in Bahrain GP. So after Stake, Haas were the most most laps by a team for the preseason test in 2024. So they doing their laps. They don't have the development coming in. So they just use the opportunity to understand this car that they have, the only car that they have, to ensure that what they present in Bahrain is a solid car, reliable car. So if anything happen, like example, any breakdown, accident, or it happens. It's the first race of the season, so many things can happen. So they might get into the points.
Yeah,
be it a lap or two down.
Sometimes Magnussen and Hülkenberg can achieve spring a surprise.
Yeah. Again, the problem is was similar to Ferrari last year. Tire degradation. They were very good in one lap pace, but after that they just go down the hill. The tire cliff is out. They don't have grip anymore after 9-10 laps.
Williams Racing.
Williams Racing were quiet on their business as well. We reckon that they will be maybe in the bottom half of the field.
Bottom half.
But I would rank them ahead of Haas.
Yeah. So you reckon Haas will be bottom last?
Bottom last, yes. Haas will struggle, I'm afraid, this year.
So to recap, Bahrain pre-season test, Max clocked 131 on the first day.
Okay. Take note, he was on 90 kg fuel load.
Oh.
So
Okay.
he clocked that time with 90 kg fuel. That's why GP was very happy.
And Sainz clocked 129 on the second day.
There was a blistering pace from Sainz. He was just 2 tenths away from 2023's pole position time.
Wow, fantastic. Huh?
Yeah.
Ferrari.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's
that,
time. It's time.
Time Maranello
Give them-
breaks the bank in Bahrain.
Give them a fight again.
Yes, I think Red Bull has been too comfortable.
I wouldn't say comfortable. They were actually challenging themselves. If you think if they're comfortable, they wouldn't have changed the concept. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
They were Formula One teams, be it McLaren or Ferrari or Red Bull or Mercedes, they were never comfortable. There will be a sense of vulnerability because how if the back end team catches up?
That's what Adrian Newey said.
Yeah.
If I didn't change the side pod
Exactly.
design, people would have copied my old car design and they would have listed over.
And that's what's happening actually. Most of the teams they have, used that foundation of Red Bull's car, RB19.
Yeah. And Leclerc did 130,
On the third day, right?
322 on the final day of testing.
On the last day, yeah. So the things that caught an eye also on the third day, it was the drainage, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what's going on.
Las Vegas was
Okay, we understand Las Vegas was the first race. Maybe the hiccups could happen, but Bahrain, you are there since 2004.
No. The thing is, it's Ferrari again. You know?
Ferrari, and then the Red Bull.
Ferrari again.
After later on the day, Red Bull Perez
Also got it.
he got hit with the Checo's car, and actually Ferrari had a cracked chassis
Oh my!
drainage. And
You guys, race organizers, I think safety is the paramount and the most fundamental issue when it comes to racing.
These cars are going like 280, 200, 300 kilometers an hour on that straight. Imagine if a cracked chassis could do to the driver. I mean, it's not ideal.
If it is not for the halo, the Hans device, the monocoque, the nose cone, the carbon fiber,
It will be a
God would know what happens.
yes, exactly. And what they have told is that they're gonna fill up with concrete.
Concrete, my God.
Yes, what a fix!
No,
What an easy
asphalt.
solution. No, they're gonna fill up with concrete. They are going with that solution. So actually, it's a fast fix. It's just around the corner, so they can't do much. Yeah.
So you guys out there who are racing in Bahrain, be it the support series, be it the actual race, do be careful. If there is, please alert the marshals.
I think they will check the whole track.
Yes,
right?
they will do a track inspection on
Track
Thursday.
Yes, that is important. That is important for them to
they have
do a track inspection.
Usually, F1 teams actually do a track walk with their race engineers and also the technical director.
Yes.
So the driver
That's
will walk
actually
the
a must.
entire circuit.
Yeah, Michael used to use
Scooters.
scooters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some use bicycles.
Yeah.
And some actually walk the track.
Walk the track. Then you know how is the feel of the track.
Yes.
Which is the part that need to be careful of, and where they can attack. Right.
The angle of attack.
At angle of attack. Yes. So prediction wise, weather wise, I think it's very standard. Hot. It's gonna be hot in Bahrain. So temperature wise, it will be similar as what we have seen in pre-season test, but of course on a evening part of the race. And also a reminder, due to Ramadan coming, the race will be on Saturdays for 2 weekends in a row.
Yes.
Take note, yeah. So it will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday race weekend.
Yes. Not at Sunday, yeah.
No, on Sunday.
So moving on from the pre-season tests, let's talk about the race format for this year.
Yeah. Race format for this year.
Let's talk about sprint races.
Sprint races, there will be 6 sprint races this season. The track we will cover based on the coming episode. And then for the sprint races, I think they will they include the points in the championship overall, or will they include inside?
There is points that will be awarded to them.
Awarded to them. It's not separate, right?
No, it's
so
not separate.
some of the fans were asking whether it will be a separated or combined tally of points. So like Haris said, it will be a combined tally. So sprint races are also important. That is how some of the teams gain advantage, you know, by keep scoring consistent points in sprint races. Short and simple races, it's like actually a practice session for 1 hour, but in a race format. Sprint, you will have a low fuel load, they will use the fastest tire, No tire change unless you have an issue with the tires. Like example, some teams will just use C5 or C4 and go flat out.
Yeah, true.
If the degradation
So on top of that, during the race, whoever clocks the fastest lap do also get awarded 1 point.
Yes, correct. 1 point for fastest lap as well, and for that they have to finish in top 10.
Yes. And according to the FIA rule book as well, a race must cover a distance of 300 kilometers.
That's correct. And within 2 hours, right?
Within 2 hours.
Within 2 hours.
Yeah.
There is also things to remember. And how about the flags? I'm a bit confused with the flags.
Okay, let's start with a green flag. I think everyone is aware of a green flag.
Green flag is flat out.
Flat out. Just go with the flow.
Yes.
Okay. How about red?
Red flag is if like what happened in prison test, the drain broken, so they had to red flag the session because it's dangerous.
So it's a session stop. So basically, everyone has to return back to the paddock.
Correct.
Okay.
These are the basic flags.
How about blue one?
Blue one, if you are slow, a lap down, they will give you a blue flag to allow the leader. Basically, you call it back markers to allow the leader to pass you by, and you have to do it in a certain period of time given. If you don't adhere to that particular,
I think it's 3 corners, if I'm not mistaken.
3 corners or 3 laps?
3 corners.
Oh, 3 corners.
Yeah, 3 corners.
3 corners. If you don't adhere to that, you will get penalized.
Orange?
Orange is
warning.
Warning, yeah. Warning,
warning flag. How about the
if any
black and white?
Disqualified?
Yeah, disqualified.
Disqualified. If you do anything, any errors, example track limit, if you go way beyond multiple times, you will be given penalty twice. If you still don't adhere to that, you will be disqualified.
And obviously, before we finish, is the checker flag.
Checker flag. Yes, checker flag is most important.
That's the flag that every racer will want to see.
To finish first, you must first finish. Yes. Remember that.
Yeah.
So if you cannot finish, you're not gonna finish. Right?
Yeah. Okay. So moving on from flags, I think an important integral thing that they introduced back in Singapore, I think, was the virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car is basically
VSC.
There'll be a small note there in your TV screen when you watch VSC. When that happens, that means the track is unsafe. There might be some marshal around or debris around. They're clearing up, so you will be reduced speed by 40%.
Yeah, 40%
or 60%.
40%.
So that you don't go on a full race.
And
speed.
during VSC, there is no overtaking.
No overtaking, and you cannot gain advantage. You know, with your gap that you have. Example, if Hamilton is ahead of Max Verstappen by 3 seconds, by the time of the virtual safety car has been announced, your gap must be same. You cannot gain an advantage. Like example, when the virtual safety car has been ended, you cannot be 2.5 seconds behind. That is gaining advantage. So these are the things that some teams will complain.
Yes.
Another driver behind taking advantage of it. Right.
So during VSC is also when the drama happens usually.
Yeah, a lot of dramas happens.
So most teams will take this opportunity to change their tires, change their strategies, maybe from a 1-stopper to a 2-stopper.
Yes, correct. You never know what is their mindset, because sometimes when some cars, they cannot perform well in medium. Maybe they had more pace in the soft, so they will try to change, and they will try to get rid of the tires as quickly as possible. Which are the tires that they are comfortable with, so they can go to their run plan with the better tires.
How about the actual physical virtual safety car?
So this year they have new Aston Martin. Do they also have? Are they sharing with Mercedes this year?
Not
sure, right? We will cover that later on because we are unsure. The only thing that I saw is the new Aston Martin looks amazing with the camouflage.
So guys, the safety car that is assigned by FIA is driven by one sole driver, and that driver has been driving for Formula 1 for a very long time.
There will be a medical car together with the safety car driver, Bert Manlander.
Yes, he's actually a former race driver.
Yes, correct. He's always there.
So I had the opportunity to actually go to Sepang and actually sit in the safety car, and you can see all the electronics. Actually, the car itself is actually linked to the FIA media center, where they control all the telemetry and also all the race data. And all information that you see on screen when you watch your beIN Sports, that information is also synchronized to the safety car.
Right. And also to conclude what we have seen so far in the test, you have to know that 2024 will be vital. Do you know why?
Why?
2025 will be the last season with the same version of cars.
Before the rule change.
Yeah. So if any team which has gone with the wrong concept, like Red Bull has done with a totally different concept, they will screw up their next year. Definitely, because they won't be able to concentrate on the current cars and the next year's car. They will have to look forward already, 2026.
Yeah.
So always remember, this year is vital actually. And if they screwed up, they screwed up. Finish. That's it.
That's right. So I think that's hence also why the big news happened also before the season even started.
It's a very, very clever move by him.
It's a very clever move. Yeah. So we'll touch on that in our special episode.
Later on, man.
Yeah.
We do that. So what's next?
Okay. So next is actually something that myself and Kumar has thought about. We're actually Paddock Show is going to give away one prize to one lucky fan.
Yes. So you have to predict the podium, 1, 2, 3. If you get the exact podium finishes, there's a gift waiting for you. And just to let you know, it's not going to be toys from DIY, or any other.
It's an actual F1 merchandise.
It will be an F1 merchandise. So please do subscribe and like and share as much as possible. This is for your own benefit and also for the fans out in Malaysia that they don't know, they don't have the awareness of Formula 1 and general motorsport altogether.
So we hope that as many of you would actually comment in our videos, in our Instagram, in our TikTok, and as well as our thread.
Yeah. And also remember, Pocket GP, we will cover their whole season ahead for 2024.
Yes. So they'll have how many races?
4 races.
4 races.
Yes. And some technical background as well. They will share what they do behind the scenes.
Actually, they have an event coming up in KL on the 9th of March.
We're going to cover that as well.
Yeah. So we'll be covering that for them as well.
Right.
Beautiful. So if I want to watch F1 in KL, where do I go?
Okay, if you want a vibrant scene, vibrant atmosphere, feel with your friends, discussing the race while it is going on, we have sold out Hartamas, right?
Hartamas, yes.
Sold out Hartamas, and
they have
also
a projector.
Yes. And also Dark Horse KL. Dark Horse KL is my favorite because you can really see fans gathering there. We have been there a few times, and I really like to thank them for the vibe and also the atmosphere that they had at that point of time.
They have got a big, huge frame of Michael.
Yes. And I think we're going to do one race.
We were thinking of that.
To enjoy the race weekend.
Yeah, we should do that.
Since Sepang is no longer.
Again, Dark Horse, the food is good as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, and parking is also easy over there.
Easy.
Yeah.
And it's an easy access actually. So, and what's the location?
KL Life Center.
KL Life Center. Take note, KL Life Center. Dark Horse is one of the best options, and also Sold Out Hartamas is the best option for you to watch
F1.
and feed your fuel of racing Formula 1.
Your adrenaline fuel as well as your passion for Formula 1. So those are the 2 places that we highly recommend. And we have actually personally been there.
Yes, we have
for many times. Yeah. So put on your merchandise, put on your caps,
and head on.
And importantly, reserve a table.
Yes. And it's on Saturday again.
Yes.
I need to mention that.
So the times for qualifying on Friday would be 12 a.m.
Yeah.
So midnight race.
Right.
And then the race day will be at 11 p.m.
You know why I say it's Saturday night, and I reminded them again. Sunday you are not working, so you can enjoy.
It's a long weekend.
Yes, long weekend. Yeah, you can enjoy the Formula 1 race.
Yes.
Don't have to think about Monday working.
Yeah.
Right.
So Jeddah and Bahrain, is it a back-to-back?
I think it's a back-to-back.
It's a back-to-back. Yes, so again,
if I'm wrong, sorry. I need to check back the calendar. It's too long. 24 races.
But we'll squeeze in another episode just before the Jeddah race.
Yes.
Okay.
To see what happened in Bahrain.
Yeah. So I have a card here, actually. So do you want to tell our fans what this card is?
This card is basically from one of my diecast supplier. His name is Faizal. Basically, this is the card that he has. But we will share you the details more on the
description of the video
later. Okay, sekarang kita berada dekat M4 Mall dengan one of my good friend and diecast supplier for my Formula 1 cars, Abang Faizal. Yeah. So boleh cerita sikit tak Abang Faizal apa yang Abang kat sini?
Saya biasanya saya supply untuk 180 punya model.
180, yeah.
Semua jenis kereta lah. Formula 1 and 112 MotoGP.
Right, so bila abang start? Because I dah kenal abang lama.
Okay, saya start ni 2012. Ya.
Sampai sekarang ya.
Sampai sekarang.
Respons
Memang banyak.
banyak. So now kita akan create more awareness.
Yeah.
So if you friends out there who would like to purchase whether it's F1 ke MotoGP ke
Apa jenis kereta,
any saloon cars, you have the person here, Mr. Faizal. So I will share the details inside our episode so you can just directly deal with him. Alright? Thank you so much.
Okay.
So how long have you known him?
He's been in industry since 2012. I met him in a small convention in 2013 or 14.
Right.
I bought some Auto Art Honda NSXs from
I
him,
see.
and it was a good price. So I had to, straight away get to know him and deal with him.
I think you diecast fans who actually are collecting cars. I think he's a great option because he does pre-orders for really rare items,
Yes.
for really limited edition items, and things that you cannot get commonly at shops.
And then I've actually, when I go through TikToks, I've came across some pages. Some resellers are really selling with a ridiculous price. I want to actually tell them, please don't do that. I mean, you want a lot of profit out of it, but since the Malaysian market is quite small, they take advantage. So I'm actually looking through all these resellers, and it's not good. Not good for the fans, not good for the market as a whole.
I think
Don't spoil it, guys.
speaking of which, the recent news by our Prime Minister, the 4.8 US dollar exchange rate, I think that would have an impact on us. So here at Paddock Show, we are trying to help you guys minimize the impact.
So if you
by letting you know where is the
stand.
Yeah, the stand and the good value deals.
Yeah, correct. So if you want a reasonable price, a good price that you can compare with the European market, Faizal, Tolak, Tarik, Diecast is the best.
Okay.
Right.
So Encik Faizal, thank you very much.
Yeah, for sharing us your interview earlier, and it was good to know you.
Yes.
Really good to know you.
So we'll leave the link down below for all this information, and you can also catch him on our next episode.
Right.
And we'll have a video clip of his interview.
Yep. You're
Okay.
right.
So Bahrain predictions from your side.
From my side, I would go for Sainz, winner. Max second, third Hamilton. That is my prediction.
I think Ferrari will jump a surprise.
Okay. I think they've already done well in Bahrain before. 19 they
Bahrain.
won it.
I think Bahrain is a Ferrari track.
Yeah, 19 they won it. 2022 they won it. So you never know.
Yeah.
Ferrari is always performed well in Bahrain.
Yes, and it is a night race. It's a night race.
Night race, yes.
So a night race. So tire degradation is not such an important factor.
Yes, correct. You're right. The temperatures are way cooler than
the track
day
times
race.
are actually very low.
I agree with you on that. So Ferrari, I think they will have a good start. That is my prediction. Sainz, Max, and Hamilton. You?
Hamilton. I would say Charles will take the lead, followed by Max, and then Sainz.
Sainz. All right.
Okay.
We will see who. If we won, how?
Yeah.
If one of us win the prediction, how?
We don't get any prize.
We still give it to you guys.
Yes. So don't forget. Yes, we are here to try to promote a lot of people who are actually selling merchandise.
Their hard work
and also the
awareness.
Correct.
Yeah.
And also we want to engage with you guys. If you guys have got problems about Formula 1 in Malaysia, do share with us as well.
Yes.
We want to hear
How
feedback.
to improvise? Yeah, as a feedback. Yeah.
Because
and if you think that we can do better, please feel free to share with us. Right?
We are here because for the love of Formula 1, for the love of motorsports, and like our banner says, fans to fans. So it's from a diehard fan to you guys.
Yes, correct. And please, the toxic fan base, keep out of it.
Yes. Put the politics aside.
Yes.
Everyone's got a different view.
Yeah. Racing.
I've got a favorite driver. He's got a favorite driver. I think that's normal.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't fight, please.
Don't fight. If you want to fight, it's on the tarmac, on the circuit,
Yes.
in the cars.
Correct.
Okay, not on social media, not on posters,
Yes.
not on YouTube.
Yes. It's a healthy environment. Keep it safe. Keep it active, and we don't need all this culture, bad culture.
Yeah. So one last touch point, I think we actually got very good insights from the podcast class sekejap. During that interview, 84% of you guys actually won the race back.
Yes, correct. Now, who doesn't want, man? Who doesn't want?
84%.
Yeah, who doesn't want? I'm looking forward for it. For us that we have already covered why we should bring it back, you can check out our previous episodes whereby we have already give our views on how would it benefit Malaysia with the current global situation, and also how F1 has become an entertainment more than a sport. So all rounder, it will be basically, hopefully, the important people, if you get to get your hands on our video, I appreciate that if you can think of it in a way to bring back Formula One to Malaysia.
Yeah. Tourism, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Prime Minister's Office, Minister of Finance, get together with your biggest sponsor, Petronas, and also the event organizer, SIC. Sit down, deliberate, and perhaps this is the time.
And I've also heard that, I'm not sure how true is this. Don't pin me for this. Yeah, Singapore Grand Prix has some issues.
Some issues.
Yeah, I've read articles. They are not sure.
I think a minister was in trouble because of that.
Yeah. So we're not going to go deep into that. Let's stay out of it. But just
that was the headline.
There is some problem going on with Singapore GP. So this would, it's a good our chance, to come back strong.
It's an opportunity. Yeah. So if we take this opportunity to bring back the race to Sepang, it will be healthy for us.
Yes, healthy for us, and all the whole Malaysia in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
that's all from me and Kumar.
We had a great
in
weekend.
episode 5.
Yes.
Ayub, thank you very much. It was awesome.
Yep. Awesome weekend for us.
Yeah.
So much thing covered.
So many things. It was a real eye opener.
It was all learning all the way. Learning, things that we don't know. What is happening on the ground.
He actually schooled us about pocket bikes.
Don't worry. Yeah, I never rode that pocket bike. If I no, I did not.
There is a weight limit. There is also an age limit.
Yeah. Those are for kids.
Yeah, those are for kids. But Rossi and Hafiz Sharin,
they were the king of pocket bikes.
Yes, they were the king. So you boys who want to try out, it's free. Just log on to Pocket GP on Instagram, tag them, fill up the form, and off you go.
Yes.
All right. That's a wrap for us.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do subscribe and comment and like Paddock Show.
Yes. Take care, everyone. God bless. Stay safe and have a great weekend ahead.
We'll catch you after Bahrain.
Yes.